Welcome back, dear listeners. I hope you've managed to shake off the lingering shadows from last episode. The nightmarish encounter we witnessed still lingers in the mind, like a ghostly hand that grips the back of your neck, its cold touch refusing to let go. You could almost feel the weight of those dark secrets, couldn't you? That relentless sense of dread creeping up your spine. It's a feeling that sinks in, buries itself deep, and stays with you long after the lights come back on. Tonight we dive even deeper into a realm hidden from most eyes, the shadowy labyrinth of the dark net, where nightmares don't just live, they thrive. We're exploring the forgotten corners, those terrifying places where even whispers seem too loud. We're talking about lost files, files that should never have seen the light of day, files that defy comprehension, reality, even sanity. What you are about to hear will blur the line between fiction and truth. You'll begin to question what's real and what's merely a product of your deepest fears. These digital artifacts carry the essence of horror, feeding on humanity's darkest urges, each one a puzzle that gnaws at the edge of the mind. Are you ready to confront these horrors, to face the unexplainable? Let's take that step and plunge into the dark together. It all starts with curiosity, doesn't it? That insatiable desire to know what lies beyond the veil, to uncover what others fear to touch. And for some, a curiosity leads them straight into the abyss. Picture this, a forgotten, hidden corner of the dark web, a nameless forum. It's lost to time, known only to the most daring of souls, the kind of place where codes are whispers, and identities are mere shadows flickering across the screen. Amidst this void, there exists a file, a single, ominous file. Its name, nothing but a string of random numbers and letters, a cryptic riddle in itself. But something about it, something about the way it sits there, untouched, feels wrong. No, not just wrong. Biting. Those who have found it speak of its magnetic pull. They describe a feeling that washes over them, something like a trance, a cold, dark whisper that calls them closer, beckoning them to click, and click they do. What lies beyond that click is no mere data. The file opens slowly, as if resisting. At first, it's nothing more than static. But then the images begin to emerge, distorted faces, blurred shapes, bodies that twist in unnatural ways, limbs contorted as though being pulled by some unseen force. Their eyes, those eyes locked in a permanent stare, dark voids that seem to follow your every move. It's as though the gears on the screen are alive. They shift, almost imperceptibly, when you're not looking, but the moment your gaze returns, they're frozen again. And then there are the videos. Short, disjointed clips that look like they've been recorded in some nightmare realm. Faces smudged and distorted, mouths moving in silent screams, figures lurching out from the shadows. The locations, they are places that feel familiar, but wrong. An empty playground, an abandoned house, a street corner you might have passed by yesterday. But these places, they pulse with something dark. They feel alive. What started as a twisted curiosity quickly spirals into something far more dangerous. A group of amateur cyber investigators, thrill seekers who fancy themselves digital detectives, stumble upon the same file. Unlike most, they don't look away, they dive headfirst into the mystery. For them, this is more than just an eerie video, more than a random glitch on the dark web. No, this file feels like the key to something deeper, something hidden. They can't resist the allure of uncovering the truth. At first, there's excitement, the thrill of the chase. They begin tracing the file's origin, following digital breadcrumbs left scattered across forgotten forums and encrypted servers. But soon the nightmare begins. As they dig deeper, they find a trail leading not to one source, but to many, each more grotesque and obscure than the last. Hidden message boards riddled with coded phrases and unsettling imagery. Threads abandoned mid-conversation, as though whoever was behind them had suddenly disappeared. But there's something more sinister in the air, like a malevolent force watching their every move, one step ahead. Then the messages start. At first, they're cryptic, anonymous users posting strange symbols on their threads as if mocking them. But it escalates quickly, private messages with chilling threats, saying things like "you've seen too much" or "you can't escape now." One of the investigators swears they hear faint, distorted voices coming from their speakers, whispering their name when they're alone at night. And then there are the videos they uncover, clips too disturbing to be explained away as mere internet horror. Corrupted footage of real people forced into grotesque acts. Some are caught mid-scream, their faces pixelated but still visible, terror forever frozen on their faces. It's clear that these are not staged. These are real. Bizarre messages accompany the videos, words embedded in the code flashing for just a second. Phrases like "there's no going back" and "we are always watching." The more they find, the worse things get. Devices start malfunctioning. Phones refuse to turn off. Cameras flicker on in the dead of night. Computers crash and reboot to find disturbing images left on the screen. As though something is controlling it all from the shadows. Their excitement is now long gone. In its place, paranoia, fear, despair. Each investigator starts experiencing things they can't explain. They all report the same chilling sensation, the feeling of being watched, even in their own homes. One of them begins having vivid nightmares, scenes from the videos playing out in their mind like a sick replay. Another swears they're being followed, noticing the same car parked outside their house, the same shadow lingering at the corner of their vision. They are trapped. It's as if the investigation has come to life, and it's hunting them. They can't stop now, but the deeper they go, the more they lose. It's no longer about curiosity, it's about survival. The dark web is a breeding ground for some of the most terrifying myths and legends in the digital underworld. Stories of hidden markets offering forbidden items, human lives, illegal substances, weapons where morality ceases to exist and money speaks louder than anything else. But there's more lurking in the shadows, tales of shadowy hacker collectives with malevolent agendas, working from behind the veil of encryption to manipulate world events and spread chaos. They are the gatekeepers of the dark web, or so the legends say, with the power to ruin lives with a single keystroke. Then, there are the whispers of deep web cults. These aren't your ordinary fringe groups. No, they are said to perform gruesome rituals, their members bonded by blood oaths and unspeakable acts. These cults are rumored to gather in the darkest corners of the web, where their horrific deeds go unnoticed by the outside world. Some say these groups have the power to influence reality itself, blurring the line between myth and madness. But are these just internet ghost stories, or is there a kernel of truth hidden within the shadows? For years, we've heard of these myths, but every now and then, a real-world case shakes us to our core, bridging the gap between fiction and fact. Take, for instance, the chilling case of the cannibal market, an urban legend that supposedly offered human flesh for sale. It was dismissed as a hoax and morbid fantasy, until law enforcement stumbled upon a hidden forum, where users traded more than just images. Cryptic conversations led investigators to real-life abductions, proving that the unimaginable wasn't just a story. It was happening, silently and unseen. There's another case, eerily tied to one of the oldest dark web myths, the existence of a red room. For those unfamiliar, red rooms are said to be live-streamed torture sessions, accessible only through the most secure channels. Most scoff at the idea. After all, how could something so horrifying be real? But then a small group of internet users found themselves deep in a hidden server, where a broadcast began. It started as a hoax, but quickly descended into something far darker. Screams were heard, and for a brief moment, those watching caught a glimpse of something that made their blood run cold. The unmistakable, agonized face of someone truly suffering. The stream cut off abruptly. No one could ever trace it back, but those who saw it, they were left scarred, forever haunted by what they witnessed. The dark web's myths, it seems, are more than just stories. There are accounts from real people like you and me, who have crossed paths with these legends and found them to be chillingly real. One man we spoke to recalls venturing too deep into a forum he had no business being on. What he found: a strange set of instructions, accompanied by a message that seemed directed solely at him. He laughed it off at first, thinking it was a coincidence, but within days, his computer started acting strangely, showing him images he never downloaded, images of disfigured faces, bizarre symbols, and cryptic messages demanding that he turn back while he still could. He unplugged the computer, but the nightmares continued. To this day, he swears that whatever he encountered wasn't just a random glitch. It was something far more sinister, and the fear it left him with, that's never gone away. Another woman, an ex-hacker turned investigator, came across a forum dedicated to an ancient deep web myth, the existence of a ghost network, a place where people vanish into digital oblivion. After months of research, she started receiving anonymous emails with odd, fragmented messages, cryptic phrases like, "The network knows and it's too late now." Then one day, her accounts were erased. Everything she had emails, files, personal information wiped clean as though she never existed online. To this day, she refuses to discuss what happened next, but the paranoia lingers. These are the stories that blur the line between myth and reality, leaving those who encounter them with scars both psychological and emotional. The myths become personal, the fear all too real. Paranoia sets in, and no matter how much they try to move on, something keeps pulling them back, whispering that they've seen too much and they can never truly escape. In the end, the dark web is more than just a collection of twisted sites and forbidden files. It's a place where the mind can unravel, where curiosity can become obsession, and where the myths we once dismissed as fantasy start to bleed into the real world, leaving those who wander too far scarred for life. And so, we've traversed the shadowy depths of the dark web, unearthing some of its most disturbing secrets. We ventured into the nightmarish files that defy comprehension, explored the chilling investigations that turn curiosity into terror, and dissected the myths that haunt the deepest corners of the web. Each story, each discovery, has revealed a darker layer of the digital underworld, where the line between reality and horror becomes increasingly blurred. But this is only the beginning. The dark web holds countless more secrets, and in our next episode, we'll delve even deeper. Prepare for a chilling exploration of a notorious dark web crime that has baffled investigators and terrified the public. We have an exclusive interview lined up with a survivor whose harrowing tale will send shivers down your spine. Don't forget to subscribe to Gore Stories to stay updated on our latest episodes. Share your own chilling experiences with us, and join the growing community of listeners who are as fascinated by the dark web as we are. As we continue to peel back the layers of this unsettling digital world, we promise to bring you more spine-tingling content that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, the darkness of the web is always watching.